Welcome on in, everybody, to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise here on MLB the Show 23. Today we have a long one for you, so get that popcorn, strap on in as Raptor Man is going against our Las Vegas Aviators. Carlos Castaneda in the first inning, grounding into a double play. That gets them out of a jam, and that'll bring in Dino Valenzuela to the hill. 6'5", 232. We expect really big things out of him since we made a trade for him. It is Jackson Merrill in the top of the second, however, who gets the double into the right field corner. That extends this lead to 2-0 for Vegas. They're up 3-0 in the sixth, and Tavares can't get the hit off of a Dawn. Raptor Man already out. OKC was not happy with his performance, and they're not going to be happy with Oliver Ortega's performance as Robert Poisson driving in a run. 5-zip. Evan Carter can't drive in more, but it is 5-0. Oliver Kennedy with the bases bombed in the top of the eighth inning, and that's over the wall in right. Wow, last episode featured plenty of grand salamis, and here's another one for you folks, as that's Oliver Kennedy taking it over the wall. Jacob Webb just trying to get this game done in the bottom of the eighth inning at 9-0, but this one all the way to the left field corner. Barely fair, but it'll drive home an OKC run. The shutout is ruined, but Webb does stay in the ninth and get the secured win. 9-1 in favor of our Aviators. And with that win, the Aviators win the Pacific Coast League, and they'll await the Omaha Storm Chasers or the Durham Bulls in the AAA national title. Now we've got to check out our Rockhounds down in AA. Brooks Sohn on the hill. Big 5-game set with the Frisco Rough Riders. Alejandro Osuna going to ground into an out to get through the top half of the first. And then Frank Rivas comes up, and that's a shallow fly ball to center. Attempt on the tag to third is successful. Runners on the corners now, and this hit goes out to shallow center field. That one's caught, and that'll end the first, so we're scoreless. Here's Chavez for the Rough Riders. Gets a little bloop single into left. Deshaun Knowles didn't even look like he was ready for it, and that's the first run of the game. So a little trouble here for the Rockhounds, but Alan Flores comes up and laces one into left field all the way to the wall. That scores one run and leaves two in scoring position with a couple away here for revamp Pimp Nasty, but he can't bring any home. Striking out, Leverett's happy. That'll bring up Randall Reeves up on Brooks Sohn, and look at this. Singling into left, Knowles with the throw home. It's not in time, and Frisco extending that lead. Here's Manzardo down at first, making the catch to get through the middle of the fifth, though, but Frisco with that 2-1 lead. Here's Jay Jacobson. He hits this one into right center field. That one's all the way to the wall. Jacobson has brought home the tying run in the bottom of the sixth inning. Khalil Watson still in the bottom of the sixth, looking to bring Jacobson home, but unfortunately, he gets way under this one. That's an easy routine fly ball. We're through six. Khalil Watson with another chance at the bottom of the eighth, and he's the last out of the inning yet again. Into the ninth we go. Manzardo, what a glove down there at first base. Unbelievable. That's going to take us into extra innings. We'll be back. And we're back here for the top of the 10th. Ricky Swan on the hill, and he gets Jax Biggers. What a name. It's a strikeout swinging. Randall Reeves back up at the plate here. He'll strike out as well, but the throw does not go to first. A little brain fart there by the catcher. You got to chill out. Here's Carlos Santana. This is a major leaguer, and he goes and grounds out to first base. So we get a little lucky there. Deshaun Knowles in the bottom of the 10th with two away. Hits the gapper. This one's all the way to the wall, and that's going to do it. A walk-off double for Deshaun Knowles brings home the winning run as the Rockhounds take the 1-0 series lead. Ricky Swan picking up the win in the 3-2 victory. Look at all the hits in this one for a very low amount of runs, but here we are, still Momentum Bank Ballpark for the Midland Rockhounds, and it's Roger Feliciano on the hill. 6'5". We like those tall pitchers. but unfortunately they like giving up runs. He was pitching really well all the way into the top of the fourth, but that is a big fly double that is going to bring home the first run of the game for Frisco. Randall Reeves up at the plate. He goes down swinging. That gets through the middle of the fourth. Alan Flores up to the plate with 2 on, 2 out, and Flores looking to be the hero that he is. Big 3-run shot over the right field wall for Alan Flores. And the Midland Rockhounds on a pretty slowly hit ball, only 89 exit velo, gets the 3-1 lead. Here's another single, this one into center field. That'll bring home a run as well. Frank Rivas driving home the RBI. Bubba Chandler up on the bump here in the top of the 7th inning. He gives up a single that'll drive home 2 runs and tie the ball game right back up. Then it's Brian Guzman as Chandler just cannot get out of this 7th inning. Knowles with a great throw home, but unfortunately not in time. So it's a 5-4 lead for Frisco. Here's a dribbler onto Flores who will throw it onto first to finally get out of this nightmare. Now the bottom of the 9th. Midland needs a hero. They're tied at 5. There's Mario Manzanillo, and he will hit the leadoff double that Midland was looking for. Now all they got to do is bring him home. It's speed on the base paths, but unfortunately Flores not the hero this time. He strikes out, gets thrown out. That'll bring up Revamp Pimp Nasty, another guy getting struck out and thrown out. So with 2 away, Manzardo needs to be the guy. And unfortunately, this one's a foul ball going into foul territory, and it is caught. High fly. So we another extra inning game we're going to. Here's Pimp Nasty throwing it onto first. And we're going to the bottom of the 10th. Frank Rivas. This is where this one ended, but unfortunately, Rivas not getting the big hit. They got the extra runner on second. Here's Ricky Cousins hitting this one deep out to right field. It is caught by the right fielder. Attempt to tag is going to be successful. No throw attempt even to third. Knowles could be a hero again, but unfortunately this time he strikes out. He was the hero of the first extra inning game. So Mario Delgadio up on the mound gets the strikeout as Zavala. We're going to the bottom of the 11th where Manzanillo is back up again, but unfortunately he's the last out of the 11th. We go to the 12th, Spencer Yamaguchi on the hill, and Manzanillo makes this catch for out number 2. No tag-up attempt. He thought about it, did not try. So here's Osuna at the plate now. Manzanillo ranging back to grab this one, and he will. Through the 12th we are. Is it a mistake that Frisco didn't go for that run? Here's Alan Flores. That one's inside, jamming him. And unfortunately, look at this. Runner attempting to get to third is tagged out. So it leaves Flores on first for Revamp Pimp Nasty, who hits this one very deep. The dive is no good. Pimp Nasty gets it all the way to the wall. And the score all the way from first is the walk-off. Revamp Pimp Nasty is the hero today. Alan Flores with the winning run, never mind leading. Spencer Yamaguchi gets the win, and the Rockhounds are a game away from advancing to their 3rd straight Texas League championship. They'll have to do it on the road here against the Rough Riders. Jonathan Bermudez, 6'2", 29 years old, will oppose Bope Buttersworth, 6'5", 221 and 24 years old. Alan Flores, the top of the 2nd. Third baseman can't handle it cleanly. Flores is safe at first base, and that's the first run of the game. And we go all the way to the 7th, where Manzanillo could have brought more in, but he strikes out instead. Here's Frank Rivas. This is going to be caught by the shortstop, ranging back. What lovely play. That'll bring up Willie McIver against Damon Lucero in to close. McIver will walk. Brings up Osuna, who will strike out. He was 1 for 4 on the day. Will Banfield was 0 for 3. Make it 0 for 4. Goodbye, Banfield. There's 2 gone. Laverne Kane, subscriber prospect. He goes down just looking at it. Carlos Beltran style, that gives the Midland Rockhounds the trip to the Texas League Championship Series. They've been waiting for a chance to do this a 3rd time in a row. They love it. And with that sweep, the Rockhounds have made their 3rd straight Texas League Championship Series in a row, looking to win all 3 if they can. Will it be the Wind Surge or the Springfield Cardinals? We will find out. But first, we got a AAA National Championship to play. Luis Medina, 6'1", 175. He's 25 years old already. He'll oppose Jace Vines, who's been a career minor leaguer, 6'3", 215 pounds. Here's Jack Klink up at the plate, another channel member prospect. There's a throw on to first for the out. Durham up 1-0, and it is a great performance out here by Medina and Brennan Malone looking to get the job done. Look at Malone getting the called strike on the appeal. And now Francisco Morales in the game. A lot of starters getting used. It's a national championship. You can't hold anything back now. Little water boy special. A solo shot from Jeremy Johnson gives the Aviators a chance here. They're up 2-1. A chance to close it out for Damon Stahl. He gives up the leadoff hit. And then Rene Pinto getting a hit as well. So the first 2 batters on. Brings up Jarvis King, former Vegas Aviator. He gets out, but he moves both runners over. This is huge for Tristan Peters, who takes Stahl deep to left field over Castaneda's head and gone. The Durham Bulls get a 3-run jack by Tristan Peters. And they've had enough. They'll turn to Jebediah Pimpersheem, another 6'5" giant. But unfortunately, when he comes in, Jack Klink hits one out. That thing's gone. That's to straightaway center field, and that is Jack Klink with a 107 exit velocity, making it 5-2. So now the Aviators need a hero with 2 on, 2 out. It's Evan Carter. That looked like it could have been gone, but unfortunately it's just up against the wall for a ground rule double as it bounces over. Victor Gonzalez comes in for the Durham Bulls to try to close this thing out, and he does it. Jeremy Johnson going down on strikes, and the Bulls get the win over the Aviators in the AAA National Championship, but you can't be disappointed. First time the Aviators have made the playoffs, they make it all the way to the AAA Natty. And after that, Bucky Carver's MRI shows a shoulder separation, taking him out for the rest of the MLB season, which is short-lived anyways, as we take a look here at the Major League's final game of the season. It is against the rival Angels, and it is Eric Lauer versus Reed Detmers. Lauer looking to improve that record a little bit here this year, a 4.52 ERA. Here's a hit from CJ Crone to straightaway center. That'll get out of a jam and in the first. Here's Tim Anderson, the top of the 3rd. A little bit of a jam for Detmers. He gets out of it. Then in the bottom of the 4th, Randall Grichuk hits this one to center field. Stevens ranging over to grab it and get out of a jam for Lauer. Milestone watch for Mike Trout. He won't get the 4 hits he needs to 2,000. In fact, he strikes out. Jonathan Lozania gets the strikeout there. Colby Gaynor against Hunter Renfroe to try to close a 3-0 win out. But Hunter Renfroe takes this one into the stands in left field. That is gone. His 11th of the season. It's pretty low for Renfroe. Must have had some injuries. CJ Crone comes up, and he ropes one into the stands as well. So the Angels go back-to-back and make it 3-2. Crone hits his 24th of the year. Luis Rengifo comes up to the plate, and on a 1-1 pitch, straightaway center, Stevens makes the grab for out number 1. Matt Chapman now at the plate. You know he can hit some bombs. This one's just a dribbler over to Tim Anderson, who will take care of it for out number 2. Final chance for the Angels. Randall Grichuk at the plate. He's been known to hit some homers as well. That too is a dribbler. Colby gets over there and gets the throw on to first to secure the win. He actually gets a save despite giving up 2 runs. That's his 42nd save of the season. So congratulations, Colby. on a decent year. Obviously, the A's won't be a part of the postseason, but they do finish 78-84, their best record yet in this franchise mode. Last set of games we got to get through. It's AA again. The Midland Rock Hounds looking to win this Texas League Championship Series. It's a rainy week here, and Cody James is starting game number 1 against former Major Leaguer Steven Matz. This could be a very tough matchup for Cody, and it is a scoreless matchup into the top of the 5th, where Cody James finally gives up a really deep one all the way up against the wall in right center field, and that's the first run of the ball game. Springfield with the lead. Spencer Yamaguchi coming in. He's pitched some very solid here postseason innings, a couple of very nice ones, and John Trevino is going to get the best of him. His worst performance thus far for Yamaguchi, and the throw home, not in time. It's a 2-0 lead for Springfield. Here's Trevino again in the top of the 7th over Manzanillo's head. That's going to be enough to get the 3rd run for Springfield. It's not looking good for Midland. Julio Nivar in the bottom of the 8th hits one really high and really deep and over the fence in right center field. They were attempting to bring that one back. They just couldn't do it, as Julio Nivar hits one 371 feet to get back in this thing, but there it is. In the 9th inning, Cardinals will get the win. The closeout for Steven Matz to come away with a win. 6 1/3, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Great performance. Unfortunately, Cody James actually pitched well, just couldn't get the win. So now, Momentum Bank Ballpark again. Brooks Sohn on an actual sunny day. He pitched pretty well his last postseason start. Wasn't the best, wasn't the worst, but he pitched all right for a 58 overall, and he's doing it again. Strikeout right there. Kenny Hernandez is the one for Springfield today. He had a little bit of a worse start, and he gave up a run already. Here's Khalil Watson looking to get some more, and he's going to go ahead and do it in the bottom of the 2nd. But Brooks Sohn in a big jam gets Josh Morgan swinging and missing, looking absolutely silly. John Trevino, he's been big so far for Springfield, but he gets the strikeout there. And then John Torres, he'll go down as well. So very, very big pitching in a big spot there for Brooks Sohn. That brings up Khalil Watson in the bottom of the 6th. He has been a run-driving machine. He's going to drive in a couple more, as Midland looking to even the series if they can. It's 4-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Deshaun Knowles has been known to get some big hits. He's going to get one here with a gapper into right center field. Knowles puts himself on second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th and drives a run in. Here's Manzanillo with just one away and runners on the corners. That's an out, but the tag-up attempt to the plate, not in time. It's another score. 6-2, and Lucero would close it out in the 9th inning. And a 6-2 Midland Rockhound win in game number 2 gets them back in this thing. Even though they did drop one at home here in their first 2 games, we'll have a chance here on the road as the series is tied in game number 3. And now it's Claudio Zepeda on the mound for Springfield. He had a very good first start in his postseason. Roger Feliciano's first start was not as good, so we'll see if he can bounce back here. He's a big-time prospect for us, so we'll see if he gets it done. Archie Bond with a base hit into center field. Knowles throwing to the plate, not in time, and Springfield scores first. Jay Jacobson up at the plate with runners on the corners. He's out into right field on a fly ball. The throw to the plate for them is not good either, so we are tied up. Bottom of the 3rd, it's Lucan Baker. And this one's hit out to left field where Frank Rivas will make the play, but his throw to the plate on the tag-up attempt, not in time either. So a bunch of runs on sacrifice flies. Here's Nick Dunn, though. Not going to need a sacrifice on this one. That's just going to be ribbies. Hits that one into the right center field wall. That's not just one, but that's 2 runs coming home. It's 5-2 Springfield, and Spencer Yamaguchi coming in the game. He's been okay in relief, but he had a pretty bad outing his last time, so we'll see what he can do. Josh Morgan with a base hit into right field will bring home the 6th Springfield run, and it just ain't looking good. It's 6-4 in the bottom of the 7th inning with 2 away, but that one's hit in front of Manzanillo, and it brings home Springfield's 7th run of the game. Frank Rivas can't be a hero in the 9th inning. A 7-4 win for the Springfield Cardinals to go up 2-1. Our best hope at this point is to make it a 7-game set. And as you can see, Feliciano in 2 1/3 gave up 6. That is not good. So, staying in Springfield at Statesman Park against Matt Rumping, another subscriber prospect, 5'11". He's 18 years old. Here's Max Muncy up at the plate. He gets a base hit. That was very Jeter-esque, just reaching out and slapping the bat at it. It'll drive home a run. Khalil Watson in the top of the 4th as well with runners on the corners. This one's going to be a fly out, but sacrifice attempt is complete. 2-0 lead for Midland, trying to force a Game 7. Bo Buttersworth on the hill, and Watson with a very nice stop there, but he can't make the throw to first for the second out, and it drives home a run, so double bad. Here's Lucan Baker hitting this one deep out to left field, and again, a lot of sacrifice flies in this series, and there's another one to tie the game at 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Matthew Batten is batting, and he gets the big hit down the left field line, and Rivas just doesn't play it correctly, and that's going to drive home the 3rd Springfield run, and they take their first lead. Albert Amora Jr. up the middle. That's a base hit. They're attempting to score the runner from second to home. They're able to do that as well, so a 4-2 lead. A strikeout from Max Muncy, who goes down with the first out. Here's Khalil Watson. That one's looking silly. Drew Verhagen trying to close this thing out, and he's got Jay Jacobson grounding over to first base, and it is complete as the Cardinals will win. So both of our minor league teams make it to championships, but just could not win them. Unfortunately, this time the Rockhounds not going to bring home the Texas League chip. But you can't win them all, and the Rockhounds are a dominating team in AA. At this point, the MLB playoffs are looking like this, and we are just waiting for winners of the Red Sox-Mariners series in the American League, the Cardinals-Braves series in the National League. The Red Sox and the Cardinals prevail to leave the Twins as the only lesser seed to win their matchup. The final 8 teams are set. Who will win the World Series? Will it be the defending champion Texas Rangers? The Season 1 champion Cleveland Guardians winning 2 out of 3 World Series? Or someone completely different? Give me your predictions in the comments section below as we'll get through that, the awards, the offseason, and opening day Season 4 in the next episode. Thank you all for your support on this series. Keep that going as I'm having a ton of fun creating this series for you guys, so make sure you drop those likes, share to all your socials, and expand this community's reach. You really do help a lot, and I appreciate it. Thank you, channel members, for going above and beyond to support me, and if no one has told you today, FG fam, I will. I love you.